Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk all about what it's like buying a house right now at the time of filming this, spring of 2021 in Salem, Oregon and the surrounding areas. So before we get into it, if you're new here, welcome. My name's Mariah, and on this channel we make videos talking about all things real estate related. So if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Also, we get calls, texts, and emails from you guys all the time, people who are from other states and even other countries who are wanting to move to our area. We work with a ton of relocation clients, so if that's you, I'd love to help you out. My husband Spencer and I have a top producing real estate team, just the two of us in the Willamette Valley, and we'd love to be your realtors if you don't have one. So I will put my contact info in the description below. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to be brutally honest. Like I said, I work with a lot of relocation clients. It's kind of my specialty, and so we're really gonna get the real juice on what's actually happening. So I took a few notes down on my phone that I wanted to tell you guys. So if I'm just reading off my phone, that is why. We're seeing homes that are listed at $420,000 get offers on them for $485,000. And we're also seeing buyers offer to pay that much over the home, like cash, if it doesn't appraise. If you are in that price range, that's something to very much be aware of. Is we're telling all our clients, I've said this before, probably too many times on this channel because I don't want to repeat myself, but I can't say it enough. If you're serious about buying a house, becoming a homeowner, building equity, sheltering that income, you really want to be looking at homes well under your budget right now. That's just the cold, hard truth. I remember not too long ago in March 2020, if a home was in the $400,000 or $500,000 range, it likely wasn't going to get multiple offers, but that's just not the case right now. That price point, we're definitely seeing many offers for the most part, and it is very competitive. That used to be like the higher price point here, but with prices how much they've risen in the last year, definitely that's still a competitive price point. Okay, so now I'm gonna give a couple examples of what you can get at a few different price points, just to kind of give you like a ballpark example in your mind. I know this is something I would want to know if I was thinking about buying. Maybe you're in the pre-qualification process. If you're not, I got a really great lender that I can send you to. Your lender can make or break your transaction. I cannot stress that enough. So if you want a lender recommendation, let me know. But if you're maybe in that pre-qualification process and you're like, oh, wonder what I could get for this price. What you can get for, say, $420,000 in Salem, that's the list price. We know, like I said, if it's listed for that, it's gonna sell for over that likely. What you could get for something listed as that 2,000 square foot home in a nice neighborhood, built in the 70s, probably not updated at all. If you want something with more square footage, you're gonna be paying more. If you want something more updated, you're gonna be paying more. That's just kind of like a ballpark. Another example of the type of home you could get for around this price point, listed at $440,000, you could get a home built in the early 2000s, about 2,000 square feet. Okay, so I really want to say I am not making this video to discourage anyone from buying, because despite really high prices and how competitive it is, I actually think it is an amazing time to buy. I'm probably gonna buy soon myself, hopefully. I really think it's a great idea to take advantage of these interest rates. And of course, what we keep hearing from experts is that obviously nobody knows what's gonna happen, but we do see a lot of evidence that we aren't necessarily in a housing bubble and that prices will continue to rise and interest rates might rise as well. So we really don't know. We really don't know what's gonna happen. Of course, we're hearing things on both sides, but despite all of that, I just wanted to get that out there that I promise, I'm not just saying this because I'm a realtor, I would never tell a buyer to do something that I wouldn't myself do. So do have a handful of things that we can do to make your offer stand out in this competitive market and to make your offer more competitive. We did, my husband Spencer and I have a radio show in the area called Real Estate with Mariah Spenc. You can find it in podcast form wherever you listen to podcasts at, and we also post it in like a YouTube podcast type style. So I will link the video to that as well. If you're thinking about house hunting in the future, no matter where you live or what market you're in, I would highly recommend listening to that whole thing, because you're gonna get a lot of great information on how to write a stronger offer without just raising the price of the offer, and definitely stuff you're gonna wanna know before getting into the market. The next thing we're gonna talk about is what will it look like when you're ready to go, you're ready to buy? Well, because we work with clients from here too, obviously, as well. My main clients are mainly from all over. They're people who are buying out of state, oftentimes not even seeing the home until the closing day. So that's who I'm speaking to right now when we're talking about this process. So the first thing we will do, you get that pre-qualification letter, we start sending you houses, you tell me which ones you like. I'm gonna start doing virtual showings for you, and how that's gonna look like is I'm gonna take my phone and I'm gonna do a video walkthrough of the home. And the reason why this is so important is because you might think, why would you do it on your phone? Like, why wouldn't you do it on a better quality camera? Well, I've sent people houses, home tour videos like that we've done with professional photography and professional videography, and those videos really miss a lot of things. It's hard with a very professional camera to get all of the little details. Maybe there's some dirt on the wall or there's a little nook, and I try to really get a little crack on the wall or something. Like, I try to really get as much detail as I can. Obviously you can't get everything, but you definitely get more of like the negative things, I think, when you're doing it just off of your phone versus like a great production quality camera. So I'm just gonna walk through as I would if, you know, hopefully you were walking there with me, and just show you the house. And this really helps you see the layout, because there's been a lot of times when the buyer will think this is the perfect home for me based off of the listing photos, and then we get there and it just has a super funky layout, but you would never know that from just looking at the listing photos. And then the second reason this is so important is because location is everything. There could be the perfect house, but if you have young kids and it's on a super busy road, it's probably not going to work for you. That could be a big deal breaker, and those are things that of course you cannot know from just looking at the listing photos. So I will actually show you, like, I'll do a little view on my phone of the house across the street, the house right next door, like the street that it's on, so you can get a feel, and that's really gonna help. And then thirdly, something that I hear a lot from buyers when they come to the house for the first time, like I said, a lot of times it's on closing day, they come to the house for the first time and they say, wow, this is so much bigger than your video. And that is really true. It's really hard on a phone camera to get like the feel for how big the rooms actually are, how big the closet is. Usually, more often than not, it actually feels smaller on the phone camera than it is in person, which is a good thing, because I'd rather you be pleasantly surprised than unpleasantly surprised, of course. So, all right, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. If you grabbed value from this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and share with a friend who might be interested in this type of content as well, and I will see you guys in our next video.